Because that means they can't be me. So these charges cannot be placed on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? That they did this wrong and your officers weren't paying attention. I'm not 27 years old. I'm 26. So this is a whole different person. I'm not 5'9". I'm 6'1". You know what I'm saying? I'm not 180. I'm 160. Feel me? My eyes are black. My hair is black. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. This is not. They got the wrong person on here.
All right. So it says here that you have. Has he been fingerprinted and all that? Yeah. All right, Mr. Smith, we're going to see what we can do. Go ahead, sit down, just make sure it's you. Yeah, you're not going anyplace. You're just going to sit down. We're going to recall your case.
Recall my case? It's not me.
Well, we're going to confirm that it is you, and then once we confirm that it is you, you're either going to have to sit there until the end, or we're going to bump you until the next calendar. Okay, but you're not going anywhere. You're going to sit there until we confirm that it is you.
Miss,
Okay, sorry. I'll see what we do.
I'm sorry, Miss. Have a blessed day.
Officer, have you confirmed his identity?
He's been fingerprinted.
Yeah, he's been fingerprinted to that town? I understand that.
He's on probation too.
I see that. Mr. Smith, come on back. Those people not be overseeing my court.
I'm not.
All right. I understand that you didn't say that that's not your birthday.
No,
I've fixed that now.
No, it's not fixable.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith,
if you guys
unless you can listen to me, I'm going to have officers take you back to your cell and I will do a house call. What do you want? Do you want to stand here or do you want me to do a house call?
I just want to go home.
Well, that's not going to happen right away. All right, so Mr. Smith, as I mentioned, I am finding probable cause for the burglary, a Class 3 felony, and the possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings in your new case on April 14th at 8:30 and April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. On your new case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event that you, are able to post that bond, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. You are also on probation in case CR 2017-144398. And the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest.
It's in Pinal County.
Mr. Smith, I need you to listen to me. In that case, I am appointing you an attorney in that case and setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the probation violation matter in the amount of $2,500. That is a combined, for both cases, $5,000 secured appearance bond. In the event you are able to post that bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Mr. Smith, go ahead. Step to left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Sinead Coates and then Cameron Keegan, please.
Stand over here, ma'am. State your name and date of birth.
Hi. Good morning, ma'am. Will you go ahead and state your name?
Shanae Monique Nicole Coates.
And Ms. Coates, what is your date of birth?
9/2/93.
All right. And Ms. Coates, you are here because you were, on a municipal court warrant out of the Goodyear Municipal Court Based upon my review of the information, you are entitled to an attorney, but because this is a municipal court matter, one will be appointed or should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be on April 16th at 8:30 in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $2,500. In the event you are able to post that bond, you do need to go to that hearing. Go ahead, step left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Cameron Keegan, please. And then we're going to have James Norgan. Mr. Keegan, please state your name for the record.
Cameron William Keegan.
All right, Mr. Keegan, what's your date of birth?
8/25/95.
Thank you. And Mr. Keegan, you are here because you were arrested yesterday on a violation of third-degree burglary, a Class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for that violation, and I am appointing you an attorney and setting two hearings, the first on April 14th at 8:30 and the second one on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this new case in the amount of $2,500. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime. You also are here because of probation violations in your existing Superior Court cases. In the CR 2024-100342 case, I am appointing you an attorney in that probation violation matter and setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $250. In the CR 2018-122329 case, for the probation violation matter, I am also appointing you an attorney in that case and setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that case in the amount of $250. And that would be a total secured appearance bond in all three cases in the amount of $3,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. You go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, James Norgan, please. And then Jesse Rogers.
Jesse?
Mr. Norgren, please state your name for the record.
James Dean Norgren.
And Mr. Norgren, what is your date of birth?
8/29/96.
All right. And Mr. Norgren, you are here on theft, control of stolen property, a Class 5 misdemeanor following your arrest yesterday. I did find probable cause for that. I am setting two hearings in your new case. The first on April 14th at 8:30 and the second one on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your new case in the amount of $250. Now, you are also, Mr. Norgren, on probation in two 2024 cases. The first one is CR 2024-117079. I am appointing, and the second one is CR 2024-118933. I am appointing you an attorney in both of those probation violation cases and setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30. I am also in both of those probation violation cases setting secured appearance bonds in the amount of $250. That means for all three cases, your total secured appearance bond is $750. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
So does that mean that I'm not going home, or?
I'm not releasing you on your own recognizance. There's a lot going on here.
Well, I just wanted to understand it because, I mean, when they picked me up yesterday, they told me that I had a warrant, and I thought I had gotten that taken care of. I was under the impression that I didn't have any problems as far as that goes. And then as for the new case that I just picked up, I purchased the bike from somebody through like a second party, so I just...
All right, and I have appointed you an attorney, and you can talk to your attorney about that. So your new case would constitute a violation of your existing probation. So go ahead, and that's why all three cases are now open. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
So does that mean I'm not going home now?
All right, Jesse Rogers, please, and then Belinda Squires. Mr. Rogers, please state your name for the record.
Jesse Craig Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, what is your date of birth?
8/29/1992.
All right, and Mr. Rogers, you are here on a warrant for probation violation out of Maricopa County Superior Court. I am appointing you an attorney in that probation violation matter, and I am setting hearings in the probation violation matter on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $500. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Corey Riley, and then Jose Resendez Carrillo, please. Mr. Riley, will you please state your name for the record?
Yes, Corey Riley,
And Mr. Riley, what is your date of birth?
December 31st, 1988.
Thank you. And you are here, sir, following your arrest yesterday on for violations of the disorderly conduct citing, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor, and assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those violations. For purposes of this appointing you an attorney, I am finding that you are indigent, and an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be in the Goodyear Municipal Court on April 23rd at 1 p.m. Will you show up to that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Go ahead. Step to left. I am reminding you not to have contact with any alleged victim or return to the scene of any alleged crime. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, and I should say this, you are not to reside at the same location as, I was unclear when I was reading exactly where you live. I'm just going to say this is standard. You may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence. Okay. Go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Backward far left.
Jose Resendez Carrillo, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Carrillo, please state your name for the record.
Jose Angel Resendez Carrillo,
And Mr. Carrillo, what is your date of birth?
January 31st, 2001.
All right, and you are here because you were arrested yesterday for reckless driving, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. Because of the nature of the charge, you are not entitled to have court appointed, or at least based upon the information I have, you are not entitled to be appointed an attorney in this matter. I am setting a hearing. The University Lakes Justice Court on April 22nd at 1:30 p.m. Will you go to that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, go ahead, step to left. Officer has your paperwork. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance today. Thank you. Renee Cabaveo, please. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, Mr. Caraveo, please state your name for the record.
Renee Carvel.
How do you spell your last name?
C-A-R-A. V is a Victor, E is an Ernie, O is an Oscar.
Okay, and it's pronounced how?
Carvel.
Carvel?
No, Carvel.
Carveo.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, I get it now. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
All right, and Mr. Carveo, what is your date of birth?
9/26/81.
All right, and you are here on a justice court warrant for failure to pay. I am, because of the nature of the charge, I'm not appointing you an attorney today. That doesn't mean you can't retain your own attorney to represent you. I am setting a hearing on April 28th at 10:30 in the morning at the Agua Fria Justice Court. Mr. Carveo, will you go to that hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you.
Thank you. Yeah, blessed day.
Thank you. All right. I think the only person we have left back there is Nicole Landrum. Is that correct?
No, we have.
Did I miss people? Oh my goodness! I just skipped over people for no good reason at all. Okay. Well. All right. Nicole, I'm going to actually take you last. Can you go ahead and sit down? I'll get to you. I'll get to you last. I'm sorry. Belinda Squires, please.
Yes, ma'am. Let me apologize immediately too, because I am aware. So, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize to you because.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, that's okay.
Ms. Squires, please state your name for the record.
Belinda Melissa Squires.
And Ms. Squires, what's your date of birth?
April 5th, 1979.
And Ms. Squires, you are here because you were picked up on a failure to appear warrant.
Yes, ma'am. And that is
Superior Court. So let me get through this. I am not appointing you an attorney today because one should already have been appointed for you.
I haven't heard anything, but
okay. I am setting status or hearings for you. The first is on April 14th at 8:30. The second one is on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $500.
Ma'am, that's going to be so hard. I'm homeless right now and everything. So
okay. I am affirming the judicial officers who issued the warrant. I'm affirming her bond amount. So I'm going to ask you to step to the left. If you're able to post that, you can secure your release. You do need to go to your court hearing.
Yes, ma'am, and that's why I wanted to apologize to you right away. If I may explain just briefly my situation. Being aware of the court date, yes, ma'am, but also experiencing homelessness has been making it a little bit more difficult to make those dates. Sure. Now, the incident happened yesterday, and I did see a police officer there and self-surrendered, which got me a ride to the court. Okay. So please, if you'll take that into consideration.
I'm going to leave it set at the $500 secured appearance bond, and if you're still here, they'll get you to court, okay? So go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you. Luciano Ramos, please. And Mr. Ramos, can you please state your name for the record?
Luciano Gabriel Ramos.
And Mr. Ramos, what's your date of birth?
2985.
All right, and you are here today on a warrant out of the Superior Court for a probation violation, or for allegation of probation violation. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings in your matter on April 14th at 8:30 in the morning. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you do need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Thank you. Jacqueline Villa Senior? All right, Miss Villa Senior, please state your name for the record.
Jacqueline Crystal Villa Senior.
All right, and Miss Villa Senior, what is your date of birth?
10/10/93.
All right, and you are here on following your arrest yesterday. on assault, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct fighting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. Based upon the information you provided, I am determining today, for purposes of appointing you an attorney, that you are indigent, and an attorney should be appointed for you at your next hearing, which will be at the Buckeye Municipal Court on April 16th at 1 p.m. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $750. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you may not reside at the same location as any alleged victim or go to the alleged victim's residence, even if you are the owner or renter of the residence.
We do share children.
Okay.
And I am the sole provider for those children because he's not working.
Okay. So I am going to state in my order that you may, is he your boyfriend or your husband?
We're not romantically involved whatsoever.
You're just housemates?
He asked me to move in to help him financially.
Okay. You may have, and you share children, right?
Yes.
Have contact with the alleged victim in writing only, text or email, to arrange and coordinate care and custody of shared biological children. All right, so I am, you're going to have to find someplace else to live. You can arrange for one civil standby to get your essential belongings. I am adding to the order that you may have contact with the alleged victim in writing only to arrange and coordinate care and custody of shared biological children. Okay?
He doesn't care for them, so it's okay.
Okay. All right. So with that, we're going to need to reprint that. And once it is reprinted, the officer will have that for you. All right. Renee Bobo, please.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Ms. Bobo, will you please state your name for the record?
Renee Bobo,
And Ms. Bobo, what is your date of birth?
June 22nd, 1999.
Okay, and you are here today because a warrant was issued by the Maricopa County Superior Court for your arrest on a direct complaint matter. And in that direct complaint, you were charged with aggravated driving or physical control while under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, a Class 4 felony, on August 2nd, 2023. There were actually 2 counts of that. And I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting hearings in your matter in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court on April 22nd at 8:30 and April 24th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those hearings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Attend hearings, keep the court updated on your address, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. All right. Nicole Landrum, please. All right, Ms. Landrum, please state your name for the record.
Nicole Landrum,
And Ms. Landrum, what is your date of birth?
August 14th, 1988.
All right. Ms. Landrum, you were arrested on April 6th for aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause for that. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on April 14th at 8:30, second one on April 16th at 8:30. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $7,500. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any alleged victim. Go ahead, step to the left, get your paperwork.
Am I going to be released today?
You post the bond. Go ahead, step to the left. All right, we have everybody now? Did I miss anybody? Because I did that before. Just house calls. All right. All right. We have 4 house calls today, and these individuals are not able to be with us because they are a danger to because these individuals are not able to be with us today because they are a danger to self or others, or are otherwise not able to function for purposes of appearing here in court. The first individual is David Smalls, who is here on an arrest warrant from Santan Justice Court for a failure to pay. Because of the nature of the charge, Mr. Smalls is not entitled to a court-appointed counsel. I am setting a hearing on April 22nd at 9 a.m. in the Santan Justice Court. I am inclined to release Mr. Smalls on his own recognizance in this matter. The second house call is Charles Freeman, whose date of birth is November 2nd, 1988. And Mr. Charles is here for following his arrest yesterday on charges of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and obstructing a highway, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those violations, and I am appointing an attorney for Mr. Freeman. I am setting 2 hearings for Mr. Freeman, the first on April 14th at 8:30 and the second one on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750 in this matter. Should Mr. Freeman be able to post that bond, he would be required to participate in pretrial supervision. Actually, I gotta fix that. He would not be because he's on parole. Sorry about that. Should he, my bad, let me fix that. He would be required to contact his parole officer within 24 hours. We're gonna need to reprint that, and I apologize for that. All right, Tori Drake is also not able to be with us this morning. Ms. Drake's date of birth is May 28th, 1997. Ms. Drake was arrested yesterday for aggravated DUI, passenger under 15 in the car, a Class 6 felony, DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor, extreme DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and another DUI charge, also a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing Ms. Drake an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in her case, the first on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this matter in the amount of $750. Should Ms. Drake be able to post that bond, she would be subject to pretrial supervision to include alcohol testing, and she may not drive a motor vehicle. Lastly, we have Jamil Alkanazi. Mr. Alkanazi's date of birth is September 26, 1988. Mr. Alcanese is here following his arrest yesterday for charges of disorderly conduct, a Class 6 felony, and threatening a Class 1 misdemeanor. I'm finding probable cause for those violations. I'm appointing Mr. Alcanese an attorney and setting 2 hearings in this case in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, the first on April 14th at 8:30 and the second one on April 16th at 8:30, and setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $30,000. In the event that Mr. Alcanese is able to post this bond, he would be subject to pretrial supervision to include alcohol testing and monitoring and ankle monitoring. He would also not be able to return to the scene of the alleged crime or go to the alleged victim's residence. And with that, I think that concludes our house calls and the 8 a.m. calendar, and court will stand adjourned until the 11 a.m.
A theft, unlawful flight. Yeah, so like DUI, unlawful flight, and a theft.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's a felony?
Yes, yeah, felony charges. Yeah, felony charges.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Fred Andrews?
William the second?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Andrews. We're set for a review hearing on a Maricopa County warrant right now. I know you just got sentenced to a jail sentence with early release upon bed space in Superior Court.
Right. Well, I have that space available right now too, but this warrant is holding me up. So, is there any way that I can get the bond dropped, or at least so I can go to treatment?
Okay.
I have a bed space available right now, actually. So.
Okay, I can do that, sir. So that means you'll have to call Maricopa County Superior Court. So this warrant's just going to be out there. So you'll have to call Maricopa County Superior Court, get it quashed, get an attorney, call the PD's office over there, right? Get a court date over there to get it taken care of.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, so I'm going to remove the bond in this case. You'll be released on this matter. You'll have to take care of it in Maricopa County Superior Court. You have to call them. And you'll be released to adult probation wherever they're having your housing.
Okay, cool. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. Okay, get more paperwork on that too. Thank you. Send it to. Yeah.
Morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Mr. Felix?
Thank you, Mr. Felix. We're set for a review hearing out of a warrant for Maricopa County Superior Court. Looks like you have a sentencing locally in Pima County set for the end of this month. Is that right? April 23rd?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll reset this till April 30th. So after make sure you got sentenced in the Pima County case, and then we'll reset this a week after that to make sure Maricopa County has taken you on this warrant. Okay?
What's up?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
I'm Hector Eduardo Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. So I'm seeing you for a review hearing for a charge out of Pinal County Superior Court. Looks like you have a sentencing scheduled in Pima County, April 23rd. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So we'll reset this a week after that till April 30th, just to make sure you got sentenced in the Pima County case and make sure that Pinal County picked you up on this case.
Your Honor, I already got sentenced from Pinal County on July 23rd of 24. From the 2020 case.
It might be a probation violation warrant. I don't know. It's just a warrant out of Pinal County. That's all I know.
Okay. Not problem. Thank you, Your Honor. So my next court hearing would be?
April 30th. So it's a week after your Pima County case, just to make sure you got sentenced to Pima County locally.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're excused, sir. Thank you. Morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Good morning, I'm Francisco Ortega.
Middle name Alfredo?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. I'm seeing you on a review hearing, a warrant out of Santa Cruz County. All right, looks like you got sentenced a couple weeks ago in Pima County for a 6 months jail sentence.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so we'll reset this till the end of the 6 month period, about August 11th, 25, just to make sure that you're done with your Pima County sentence and that Santa Cruz has picked you up on this case. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do I still have a $500 bond for the Santa Cruz County?
Yes. So you can pay
Yes.
that if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Dinero?
Morning, sir. Can I get your name, please?
Rivero.
Thank you, Mr. Rivero.
Morning.
Good morning. We're set for a review hearing for warrant out of Santa Cruz County. So I know locally you have a sentencing schedule April 28th. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So reset this matter to May 5th. Give it a week after your sentencing locally, just to make sure your sentencing went through and see if Santa Cruz will pick you up on this case.
What case is this, ma'am?
This is a Santa Cruz County warrant for weapons misconduct. Yeah, misconduct involving weapons by private possessor.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
Your Honor, this is the court interpreter.
Yes, Mr. Davis.
We had a surprise hearing set up in the family law case at 9:30. I wonder if we might be able to expedite the Spanish speaker, Mr. Francisco Cruz Moreno, to get me to that courtroom at 9:30.
At the jail, can we accommodate that, please?
We can do it right now.
All right, thank you. Yes, we can do that.
Stand by. I'll stand by. Thank you.
Counsel at the jail, can I get your name, please?
Harper.
Sorry, one more time.
Sydney Harper.
Harper?
Yes, Sydney Harper.
Thank you.
Can you hear me all right, Your Honor?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Morning.
Buenos días, señor. Nombre completo, por favor.
Yes, Francisco Martin Cruz Moreno.
All right, good morning, sir. I am seeing you tape for your initial appearance.
Buenos días, señor. Lo estoy viendo esta mañana para su comparecencia inicial.
Some felony charges for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Es por acusación de agresión con agravantes con arma mortal o mortífera.
There are 4 counts alleged to be domestic violence.
Los 4 cargos resultan de incidentes de violencia doméstica.
1 count, aggravated assault, deadly weapon, not domestic violence.
Una acusación de ellos es agresión con agravantes con arma mortal, pero no resultando de violencia doméstica.
Endangerment, 5 counts.
De poner en peligro a otros, 5 cargos.
Criminal damage.
Daño a propiedad ajena.
Possession of a narcotics drug.
Tenencia de droga narcótica.
And possession of drug paraphernalia.
Y tenencia de administros de droga.
You have the right to remain silent.
Tiene el derecho a guardar silencio.
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Cualquier cosa que diga podrá y será usada en contra suya.
You have the right to hire your own attorney.
Tiene derecho a contratar su propio abogado.
I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Voy a asignar a la oficina de abogados de oficio del condado Pima del defensor público para que lo representen.
And you have counsel seated next to you for purposes of today.
Y esta mañana, para el propósito de la audiencia de hoy, tiene a su lado una abogada defensora.
And I should also let you know, Mr. Cruz Moreno, it looks like you have a Immigration and Custom Enforcement hold.
También debo informarle, señor Cruz Moreno, que parece que tiene usted en contra suya una orden de detención del Departamento de Migración y Administración de Aduana.
I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir.
Voy a ponerle ciertas condiciones de libertad provisional.
I've reviewed the pretrial services report.
He revisado el informe de la Agencia de los Servicios Previos al Juicio.
The 2 interim complaints.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, would you repeat that, please?
The 2 interim complaints.
Y las 2 querellas iniciales.
And the state's written recommendation.
Y también la recomendación escrita de parte de la Fiscalía.
I will note for the interim complaint that has the criminal damage charge.
También notaré que en cuanto a la querella inicial que tiene la acusación de daños a propiedad ajena,
The PC statement did not include a dollar amount for the damage.
que la declaración de los motivos fundamentados no incluye la cantidad financiera del daño.
I don't find that there's probable cause for a felony dollar amount at this time.
Entonces, por lo pronto, en cuanto a eso, no determino que existe lo necesario para establecer un delito grave por esa circunstancia.
All right. Mr. Hotchkiss, it looks like the state's recommendation is $50,000 on 1 case and then the $100,000 with the domestic violence charges. Is that right?
That's correct.
Está presente que parece que la Fiscalía pide fianza de $50,000 por daños criminales y $100,000 en total por la acusación de violencia doméstica, y él afirma que así es para ellos.
And that's correct, Your Honor. It looks like it was split across 2 interim complaints. I have nothing to add other than just noting the fairly violent nature of what's alleged here and the potential continuing risk to the victims. Thank you.
Sí, señora, parece ser que estas fianzas se desparramaron entre los 2 querellas iniciales, y notaré que existe circunstancias graves de violencia doméstica y un riesgo continuo a las víctimas.
Thank you, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Gracias, señor Hotchkiss.
All right, counsel?
I'm just a little
Ahora la
confused. You said there are 2 interim complaints. Does that mean there are 2 cases set here, or is the information just spread out over 2 complaints?
Dice que se ve algo confusa porque se ve que son 2 querellas iniciales. ¿Quiere decir que son 2 casos distintos o simplemente que la información se distribuye entre 2 querellas iniciales? Espere.
There are 2 case numbers.
Understood. Okay, I'm requesting, oh, yes.
Bueno, son 2 causas distintas. Entiendo, es la defensora. Entonces lo que pide ella es lo siguiente. Espere. Go ahead, counsel.
Thank you. I'm requesting 2 concurrent $50,000 bonds.
Lo que pido yo son 2 fianzas distintas, pero que se apliquen simultáneamente para la cantidad de $50,000.
Mr. Hotchkiss, do you have a position on the concurrent or consecutive bond?
Yo pido que sean simultáneas o apartes. Espere.
Given that these 2 interims are born out of the same set of facts, essentially, we would not oppose a concurrent bond, especially in light of the ice hold. Thank you.
Dice, lo que noto yo es que en vista que los dos querellas resultan del mismo datos, la misma base de datos, no me opongo a que sea una aplicación única de la fianza, particularmente en vista de la orden de detención en contra del acusado de migración.
All right, thank you.
Gracias.
All right, I will impose a $50,000 cash bond.
Lo que voy a hacer es imponer la fianza por la cantidad de $50,000, pero en dinero en efectivo.
They'll be concurrent with each other, the two cases.
Y se aplicarán simultáneamente a las dos causas.
Conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license.
Las condiciones incluyen de no conducir sin licencia vigente para conducir.
No drugs, no alcohol.
Nada de droga o alcohol.
Do not commit any acts of domestic violence.
No cometer actos adicionales de violencia doméstica.
No firearms.
Nada de armas de fuego.
No contact with the alleged victims.
Y nada con las víctimas que se alegan.
Do not go to the victim's residence or work.
Y no regresar al sitio de residencia o de empleo de la víctima.
If you do post that bond, sir, it's going to be released to pretrial services.
Ahora, señor, si logra depositar la fianza para salir, debe presentarse a la supervisión de la Agencia de los Servicios previos al juicio, Pretrial Services.
So also ordering monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial.
Y también se le ordena cumplir con el monitoreo o tratamiento que le recomienda la Agencia de Servicios previos al juicio.
But sir, as you know, because of the ICE hold, if you do post that bond and that hold is still there, ICE will take you into their custody.
Ahora, debe saber, señor, si logra depositar la fianza y sigue en efecto la orden de detención en contra suya de parte de inmigración, pasará a manos de ellos, técnicamente.
All right, your next court date will be April 17th at 1:30 p.m.
La próxima audiencia en su caso, señor, será el día 17 de abril a la 1:30 por la tarde.
That's for a preliminary hearing.
Eso será para una audiencia preliminar.
That date may or may not go.
Esa fecha podrá o no llevarse a cabo ese día.
So please keep in contact with your attorney.
Así es que haga favor de seguir en contacto con el abogado que se le asigne.
If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest.
Si no se presenta a las audiencias que se le pacte, podrá ordenarse su detención de nuevo.
Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, sir?
¿Entiende, señor, las consecuencias de no presentarse cuando debe hacerlo?
Sí, sí entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
Bien, gracias, señor. Puede retirarse. And will you interpret these, please, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Davis.
Thank you.
¿Qué horas? 17, ¿qué hora? Time.
Next hearing, 10 a.m.
30 a.m.?
1:30.
Okay. Oh, 1:30. Apologies. Here.
¿Y cuándo voy a poder yo explicar mi caso, por ejemplo? Porque yo no estoy ni arma ni nada, no agredí a nadie, solamente fui por mi esposa nomás. Ellos me recibieron más fuerte, me corrieron.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish, but you will receive an advocate who will receive Spanish. You will receive an advocate who speaks Spanish, okay? So you will have an attorney that speaks Spanish soon. Okay.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Jesús Heriberto López Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I am seeing you today on some misdemeanor charges out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting and criminal trespass in the 3rd degree. Looks like they were failures to appear, and also charges out of Tucson City Court, misdemeanors, failures to appear for multiple counts of possession of drug paraphernalia, liquor consumption in public, shoplifting, theft, prescription drugs, drugs in a drug-free school zone. All right. And looks like you also had a probation violation out of Tucson City Court as well. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In your Pima County Justice Court cases, I'm going to appoint John Ills to represent you. And also for your Tucson City Court matters, I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you. All right, sir. Because of these number of failures to appears and also the prior judges that issued those warrants already had bonds on those, I'm going to honor those judges' requests. For the Justice Court cases, sir, I'm going to impose a bond of $250, cash or secured. If you do post it, conditions include do not have any contact with the victims. That's for the shoplifting and the trespass. Do not return to the incident location. Your next court date will be actually tomorrow, April 8th at 1 p.m. If you're still in custody, the jail will make sure you get seen. Your attorney, John Ills, will be there.
Am I gonna get released?
No, for the Pima County Justice Court cases, the bond amount is $250. That's how much the judge had issued already when you failed to appear for court in Pima County Justice Court. All right, for the Tucson City Court cases, sir, there's a number of charges, number of failures to appear, and looks like one of them is actually post-disposition because it's a probation violation arraignment. So for those, I'm going to order a bond of $500, cash or secured. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the alleged victims, do not return to incident location. Again, you'll have an attorney, Tucson City Public Defender for that. And for those, sir, your next court date will be April 15th at 1:45 p.m. Again, if you're still in custody, the jail will make sure you get seen. Your attorney will be there by video. As you can see, if you fail to appear for court, warrants can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you. Your excuse for today.
All right, have a seat at the nose. Or Pedro.
Morning, can I get your phone, please?
Alan Pedro.
You, Ms. Pedro, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some failures to appear out of Pima County Justice Court. The charges are for possession of drug paraphernalia, criminal damage, and shoplifting. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In these cases, I'm going to appoint John Ills to represent you. And man, looks like you failed to appear for court, and there was already a warrant amount issued. I'm going to reduce the warrant amount to $100 in all 3 cases. They're going to be cash or secured, ma'am. If you do post that bond, do not have any contacts with the alleged victims. Do not return to the incident location. Your next court date will be actually tomorrow, April 8th at 1 p.m. Your attorney will be there by video. If you are still in custody, you'll be seen. The jail will make sure you get seen by video. If not, he'll make sure you have to show up to court. If you fail to appear, the warrant can issue. You understand all that? All right, thank you, ma'am. Your excuse for today.
Nope.
Morning, can I get your full name, please?
Melissa Schulte.
Thank you. Ms. Schulte, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Pima County Justice Court for some misdemeanors, disorderly conduct, domestic violence, 2 counts, and assault, domestic violence, 1 count. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, ma'am. I think we have the victim on the line. You'll have to press star
Yes,
6.
yes.
All right. Did you want
Yes,
to be heard?
Yes, please. Yes.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Brandon Wood.
Okay, and you're Ms. Schultze's husband?
Yes.
Okay. And what do you want me to know?
I was hoping for no release conditions, but I I want her to come home. This is all just a big misunderstanding. And I would ask from the bottom of my heart that no release conditions be set. I just want her to come home.
All right, thank you. And I think there's a child involved. Is it a shared child or is this another child?
It's my sister.
Okay. And he lives with you?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. And Mr. Wood, have you talked to Stephen Buckley about the child and where the child will be living?
I spoke to him last night, and I know that he has. No, I have not spoken with him today. However, I will say, Judge, the child was not involved in the incident. He was in his room asleep.
Okay. All right, ma'am. You heard what your husband had to say there. I will release you today on your promise to appear for your next court date, ma'am. Conditions include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence, and also no unsupervised contact with any minor child that may be listed as a victim in the case. All right, your next court date will be April 17th at 10:30 a.m. at the Pima County Justice Court. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, ma'am?
I do.
And you can go back home. All right, your excuse for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes.
Good morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Azura Lisenia Cañez.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cañez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for a misdemeanor assault, domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and it will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I gotta set some release conditions for you, ma'am. It looks like Oscar Barrios. He says he's okay with having contact with you. He's okay with you returning to the shared residence. All right, so I will release you, ma'am, on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Okay, you're getting out of jail today. You can go back home if you want to, and you can also have contact with Mr. Barrios if you'd like. Conditions include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date, ma'am, will be May 6th at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. When you get released today, you'll get a sheet of paper with the date and information, all that. If you fail to appear for court, Ms. Cañez, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go in your absence. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court and get this taken care of. You understand all that, Ms. Cañez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And this is also the time set for your arraignment, ma'am. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf.
Thank you.
Your excuse for today, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Brianna Hesita Galaz.
Thank you, Ms. Galaz. I'm seeing you today out of Tucson City Court for some failures to appear misdemeanors for disorderly conduct, 2 counts, and criminal damage, which are all alleged to be domestic violence. Looks like your last court date was back in 2022. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. Ma'am, did you know you had court back in 2022?
Not at all. I haven't had no no phone. I have no address.
Oh. Do you have a stable address right now?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you, ma'am. There was a bond amount already on these cases of $250, so I'll just honor that amount. It's going to be $250, cash or secured. If you do post it, or if you're released before then, no contact with any of the victims, do not go to incident locations. Your next court date will be April 17th at 1:45 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. If you fail to appear for court, another warrant can issue for your arrest. And you got to get these taken care of. These are old charges, all right? All right, you're excused for today. Thank you.
Barry Kelly.
Morning, can I get your full name, please?
Full name is Terry Leah Kelly Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing today on some misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court for disorderly conduct, domestic violence, 3 counts. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. Okay. It looks like Ms. Brandy Martinez, the listed victim in this case, she is okay with you having contact with her. And it looks like she may not be staying at the shared residence, but if she's not staying there, you're welcome to return wherever you were staying at before. So I'm going to release you today, sir, on your promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date, sir, is going to be May 6th at 1:30 p.m. at the Tucson City Court. You'll get a sheet of paper when you get released today with the date and time and all that. That'll be May 6th, 1:30 p.m. at Tucson City Court. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand the consequences of failing to show to court, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And this is also the time set for your arraignment, sir. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. Make sure you show up to court next month, all right?
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Bringing the damn ankle.
Thank you. Sir, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some failures to appear for misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court, possession of drug paraphernalia, criminal trespass, resisting arrest, refusal to provide a name. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. All right, sir, I'm going to release you today on your promise to appear for your next court date, so you're getting out of jail today. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with any of the victims of the trespass. Don't go back to the incident locations. It's ordered vacating the April 7th hearing since Mr. Mankel's being released. So your next court date is going to be May 8th, so it's a month from today, May 8th at 9:30 a.m. at the Tucson City Court. If you fail to appear, warrant can issue for your arrest, sir, so make sure you get up to court next month, all right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mankel. You're excused for today.
Hires.
Go back out, have a seat with the nose.
Or left hand side of the seat this week. Yeah, go back.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Gavin Myers.
The middle name Rex?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Myers. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some misdemeanors out of Tucson City Court for disorderly conduct, domestic violence, and assault, domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. All right, so it looks like in this case, your grandma, Vicki Myers, she's okay with you having contact with her. She's okay with you getting out of custody. And so where are you staying right now?
At the same residence that it happened at, but I live by myself.
Okay, you don't live with your grandma?
No, ma'am.
And you live on that Camden Street address?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. I'm going to release you today on your own promise to appear for your next court date, sir. Conditions include do not commit any further acts of domestic violence and make all your court hearings. Your next court date will be May 9th at 9:30 a.m. at the Tucson City Court. When you get released from jail today, you'll get a sheet of paper with the date and time and all that, okay? You're welcome. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. It's in your best interest to show up to court and get this taken care of. Understand all that, sir?
Yes, I understand.
It's also the time set for your arraignment, Mr. Myers. I'm going to enter not guilty pleas on your behalf.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You're excused for today.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, go back down, have a seat with the medals.
All right, good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Benjamin M. Montoya, Your Honor.
Is it Mark, middle name?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Sir, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a Pima County Justice Court charge for shoplifting. Looks like a failure to appear, and also Tucson City Court charges for failure to appear, criminal trespass, multiple counts of disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, criminal damage, and assault. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. So because these are failures to appear and the prior judges that issued the warrants already had bond amounts set, I am going to order bonds in both cases. For the Justice Court case, sir, it's the shoplifting. The bond amount is going to be $200, cash or secured. If you do post it, no contact with the alleged victims. Do not return to the incident location. I'm going to appoint an attorney for you. His name is going to be John Ills. Your next court date for that is going to be tomorrow, actually, at 1 p.m., and Mr. Ills will be there. If you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video. And then for the Tucson City Court cases, sir, the bond amount is going to be $200, cash or secured. Again, if you posted no contact with any victims, do not return to incident locations. Going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you, so you'll have attorneys on both your cases, sir. Your next court date for the city court will be April 15th. That's next week at 1:45 p.m. Same thing, if you're still in custody, you'll be seen by video. The attorney should be there. If he fails to...
Your Honor,
yes?
in my defense, I was out.
Mr. Montoya, I would recommend that you not make statements about the facts of the incident. You can just...
No, I'm not gonna. I failed to appear on those because I was at work. I realized I was already at my work, which I work in Sahuarita, and I arrived at the court at the work scene, and I realized I was supposed to be at court. I not missing them or ducking them on purpose. I do wish to resolve those issues. I do have to go to work tomorrow. I have nothing right now no one to get me out right now. I have a work truck I'm supposed to get to, and I mean, Your Honor, I don't got nobody in my corner right now, and it's kind of a rough time for me, and I'm asking you if you can give me one more try on my own reconnaissance. I mean, I will take care of my stuff. I'm not trying to duck. I'm not trying to run. I'm not going to do any of those things, but if you can't do it, then I would lose my job tomorrow, and then...
All right, so where do you work? What is your job?
I'm in Sahuarita. I'm doing air conditioning.
Okay, is it a company's name? What's the company's name?
I'm just doing my own work, in subcontracting. That's all I'm doing. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, and if I release you today, you have somewhere, you have stable housing you can go to?
I do.
Where would you go?
4550 South Oliverde Avenue. It's at the GRM, the Gospel Restoration.
Okay, all right. And you have transportation to get to court, or you can use the bus?
I do have transportation.
All right, I'm going to take a chance on you, sir. I don't want you to lose your job, obviously, and that's important. You have housing, so all right. So on both cases, I will release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. That means no attorneys, though, so you'll have to hire your own attorney if you want one. Otherwise, you're just representing yourself. All right. So on the Pima County Justice Court case, you're welcome, Mr. Montoya. Your next court date will be April 17th at 8:30 a.m. You'll get paperwork when you get released today. Same conditions, no contact with the victims, don't return to incident location. So if that happens again, if you have to do a job on the same day you have court, call the court and let them know. Okay, you call them and let them know to get it rescheduled, because obviously this is important. Your job is important too, but this is important because you don't want warrants out for your arrests. Okay, And then for Tucson City, your next court date's going to be pushed out till May 8th, so it's a month out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. Okay. Make sure you show up to court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're excused for today.
All right. Mr. Aller, please first. Sorry. Yes, you can go set down, sir. You start coming out again. Oh. That's perfect.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Richard Leonard Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some felony charges for domestic violence, aggravated assault, as well as burglary in the 3rd degree and criminal damage, domestic violence. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you have counsel seated next to you for purposes of today. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've read the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is $15,000. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel?
Your Honor, the victim does not object to release, and as this is Mr. Anderson's first felony offense, I would recommend release on own recognizance or a $5,000 bond instead of the $50,000.
All right, thank you. I do think a bond is appropriate in this matter. I'm concerned about the, I know the victim's not objecting to release, but I am concerned to victim safety as well as safety of the community. I'm going to impose a bond of $15,000 in this case, cash or secured, release to pretrial if posted. No drugs, no alcohol, no acts of domestic violence, no firearms, monitoring treatment is directed by pretrial. No contact at this time, sir, with the alleged victim in the case. Not to go find her, don't go to her residence or her work. Your next court date, sir, is going to be a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to show up for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Mr. Anderson?
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
You don't want to pick court?
No. I can come up with this.
If you don't come up with it, they hold you here. Just out of interested.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Alejandro Barajas.
Thank you, Mr. Barajas. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some felony charges for possession of narcotic drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, which are felonies, new charges, and also a shoplifting misdemeanor, new charge out of Pima County Justice Court. You also have South Tucson City Court failures to appear for crim trespass. We'll talk about the felonies first and then the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one, one may be appointed for you. Mr. Hotchkiss, looks like the state's recommendation for the felony is to dismiss without prejudice.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Barajas, I'm going to grant the state's request to dismiss this matter without prejudice. That's the felony matter only. All right, sir, you have a charge out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting. All right, if I release you today, sir, is there somewhere you can stay? Do you have stable housing?
Yes.
Where would you go?
Oh my daughter, no.
Where is that?
Street.
Sorry, where is it?
Street in Rachel.
One more time.
Park in Rachel.
Okay, is that in Tucson?
Yes.
Okay. And are you working right now?
I'm not.
Not working. All right. Is Alexia, is that your daughter?
Yes. I help her with the kids.
All right, for your Pima County Justice Court case, sir, I'm going to release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include do not have any contact with the alleged business victim of the shoplifting. Don't go back to that incident wherever that happened. Your next court date is going to be April 17th at 1 p.m. You'll get a sheet of paper when you get released today with all the information. If you fail to appear for court, as you know, warrant can issue for your arrest. And then for the South Tucson City Court trespasses, I'm also going to release you on your own promise to appear. Conditions are the same. No contact with the alleged victims. Don't go to the incident location. Next court date for that one will be April 22nd at 10 a.m. So you have two separate court dates, two separate courthouses. You need to show up to court or another warrant can issue. Another judge may not be so lenient, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Your release for today, or your excuse for today.
Thank you. On. Perfecto.
Good afternoon, sir, or good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
I'm Marcel Borjon.
Thank you, Mr. Borjon. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a felony charge for aggravated driving under the influence. And also looks like you have a Marana City Court case for failure to appear having liquor in a vehicle. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. For your felony charge, sir, I'm going to appoint the legal defender's office to represent you. I'm going to set some release conditions for you. We'll talk about the felony first and then your Marana City Court case. I've reviewed the pretrial service report, the interim complaint, and the state's written recommendation is $5,500. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
Nothing further to add. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel?
Given that Mr. Borjon has a verified residence and his only prior DUI is almost a decade old, I would recommend release on recognizance.
Thank you. And sir, are you still at the Scarlet Tanager Lane Drive or Tanager Lane address?
Yes, sir.
And you're working?
For myself, yes. Self-employed. Landscaping.
Landscaping? All right. Counsel, do you have any recommendation if I do hold him on the misdemeanor matter, if you want to bond on the felony?
Yes, if you're going to hold him on the misdemeanor, I would request a nominal bond.
All right, sir. So on the felony matter, I'm going to hold you on a nominal bond of $100, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. This is so that you get some time credit on the felony because you're going to be held in the misdemeanor case. Conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license if you post the bond, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed. Your next court date is going to be April 17th at 1:30 p.m. for preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Actually, sorry, scratch what I just said. My apologies, Mr. Borna. I am going to release you to pretrial services on your felony case. Okay, so you'll be released today to pretrial. Same conditions though, and then your court date is changed to April 28th because you're out of custody at 1:30.
Thank you.
All right, and then for the Marana City Court case, that one I'll release you on your own promise to appear for your next court date. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol. That one, the court date will be May 7th, so that's a month out at 10 a.m. You got to make sure you show up to court because that's going to be, you already have the FTA already on that one, so make sure you show up to court on that. All right, and keep in contact with your attorney for the felony. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Your excuse for today. Thank you.
Contreras.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Armando Contreras.
Thank you, Mr. Contreras. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some new felony charges for domestic violence stalking, domestic violence aggravated harassment, 3 counts of aggravated domestic violence, aggravated harassment, another charge of domestic violence, and DUI misdemeanor. It looks like you also have a hold out of Department of Corrections for a parole violation. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. For the felony matters, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Legal Defender's Office to represent you, sir. I've got to set some release conditions. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint, the state's written recommendation. It's like because we have 2 case numbers. One is a $150,000 recommendation. The other one is a $30,000 recommendation. There's multiple dates of offense, so there's different police reports. Okay. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
Your Honor, it's documented on the worksheets that I put together, but we view Mr. Contreras to pose a pretty substantial danger to the victim. The facts of these new cases are really concerning. His lengthy DV history is very concerning. For those reasons, we think those requested bonds are appropriate. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. I request a $100,000 bond in the first case, $1,500 in the other. Or sorry, $15,000 in the other.
All right. The one with the, I guess it's CR 25004514. That's the one with the 3 counts of ag DV and ag harassment. Impose a bond of $100,000, cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. No drugs, no alcohol, no acts of domestic violence. Monitoring treatment as directed. No firearms. No contact with the alleged victims whatsoever. Do not try to go find the victim. Do not return to her residence or her work. So you do know, sir, because you do have that DOC hold, if you post the bond, you're probably going to be taken to DOC custody as long as that hold is present.
I have a question. If I do go to DOC, will I get bring back for the other actual charges, or how does that work?
You would not get brought back automatically. The state would have to writ you to bring you back. So they have to file paperwork to have you brought back to Pima County Jail.
Okay.
All right. Next court date is going to be April 17th for both cases at 1:30 p.m. That date may or may not go, so just keep in contact with the legal defender, your attorney. As you probably know, if you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And for the other case, I'll impose a bond of $30,000. Same other conditions apply. All right. Thank you, sir. Your excuse for today.
All right, you'll get down how many minutes. So?
Did you do the city thing?
There was no city. Was there city? Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Can we get Mr. Contreras back?
Contreras.
They need to see one more patch. Go straight. So it's difficult back. Okay.
for information.
My
Oh,
apologies.
sorry, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Gunther, it's my fault. So there was a DUI also alleged, it's a new charge out of Tucson City Court. So for that one, I'll impose a bond of $100, cash or secured, if posted, et cetera. Do not drive without a valid driver's license, no drugs, no alcohol. You'll have an attorney for that one. It'll be the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. That one, your next court date's next week, April 15th at 1:45 p.m. The jail will make sure you get seen by video, and the attorney will be there. Right, now you're excused. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Anthony Fairchild.
Mr. Fairchild, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a felony charge for unlawful flight from law enforcement vehicle. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you have counsel seated next to you for purpose of today. I'm going to set some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. The state's written recommendation is released to pretrial. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel?
No objection to the pretrial recommendation.
Thank you. Mr. Fairchild, I am going to release you to pretrial services today. Conditions include do not drive without a valid driver's license, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring and treatment as pretrial directs you to. Your next court date is going to be April 28th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or any future dates, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, Mr. Fairchild?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. You're excused for today.
Kelly?
Good morning. Can I get your name, please?
Nancy Kelly.
Middle name Lee?
Lee, yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Kelly. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today for felony charges of possession of dangerous drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. I got to set some release conditions for you, ma'am. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint, and the state's written recommendation. And Mr. Hotchkiss, if you can confirm if Ms. Kelly is potentially STEPS eligible.
Yes, Your Honor, that's what I see. I see that she is not only eligible for the STEPS program, but the diversionary option as well.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, anything to add?
Oh, Your Honor.
So Ms. Kelly, the state has a pre-indictment diversion program for substance abuse treatment and counseling called STEPS. Would you be interested in participating in that program?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to set a STEPS hearing for you, ma'am, April 14th at 9 a.m. That's next Monday. And also releasing you to pretrial services. So you get released today. You got to show up to court next Monday at Superior Court on the 3rd floor for your STEPS hearing. You'll find out, they do a screening and stuff before then. And you'll find out if you're eligible and if you can participate. If you don't show up, they're not going to, even bother. So make sure you show up next Monday. All right. And other conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms. Monitoring treatment is direct by pretrial. And counsel, wait time for the preliminary hearing date getting pushed out.
Yes, Your Honor.
The preliminary hearing date will be pushed out to May 22nd at 1:30. And then if you fail to appear for court, warrant can issue for your arrest. So make sure you show up next week. Okay. All right. You're excused for today. Thank you.
Discussing monthly drug counseling. That's where you need it. They drop the charges. Oops.
¿Cómo están para que se opinos?
All right, good morning, ma'am. Can I get your full name, please?
Diane Marsh.
Thank you, Ms. Marsh. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a new felony charge for escape in the 2nd degree from felony custody. And you also have a number of failures to appear at a Tucson City Court for multiple counts of criminal trespass, for false reporting to law enforcement, and drug paraphernalia. have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. For your family, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office. For your Tucson City Court matters, I will appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office. I've got to set some release conditions for you, ma'am. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. The state's written recommendation is $20,000. It also looks like, ma'am, you have an adult probation hold as well out of Superior Court.
I didn't know I had any probations. I didn't know I was on probation.
It looks like it's a probation violation for stolen vehicle related charge. All right. Mr. Hopkins, anything further to add to the written recommendation?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, you glitched out for a second.
Sorry. Mr. Hopkins, anything further to add to the written recommendation?
Your Honor, we just note the fairly extreme failure to appear history and the facts of this new case suggest that Ms. Marsh is rather evasive when it comes to complying with court dates or law enforcement directives, things of this sort.
I have all my dates on the 9th now. I went to city court and I have all my dates on the 9th to clear everything up, Your Honor. I'm homeless, so I kept losing the citations and I didn't know the dates I had to go in. And I put everything on the 9th, so I wanted to be there.
All right, thank you. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Most of the offenses involved here seem to be nonviolent based on Ms. Marsh's current circumstances. I think a bond of $5,000 would be appropriate.
Nobody has that kind of money. I have a son and a dog in the street. I have to go out.
All right. On your felony matter, ma'am, I am going to impose a bond of $5,000. Cash or secured, released to pretrial if posted. But you do have that adult probation hold, so you may be held without bond on that adult probation hold anyways, regardless of what I do today. If you do post it and your hold is lifted on the probation matter, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed by pretrial. Your next court date for the new felony matter, ma'am, is April 17th at 1:30 p.m. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And then you'll be seen in Superior Court for your probation case. That's separate. Okay?
What happens to the 9th? What happens to the 9th?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can you repeat that date?
That was April 17th for the preliminary hearing.
Thank you.
What happens to the 9th? I have all my court dates.
I'm getting to the Tucson City Court matter, ma'am. Okay. So I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office for you for the Tucson City cases. You have a lot of FTAs on that case, ma'am. You need to get these taken care of. All right, I'm going to pose a bond of $500 on the Tucson City Court case, cash or secured. If you do post it, no contact with any victims, not return to instant locations, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm going to vacate the April 9th date as well as the April 23rd date. The next court date will be April 15th. Okay, so everything's consolidated into one date for city court. It's going to be April 15th at 1:45 p.m. You'll see Judge Verena.
There won't be any hearing on the 9th, but just on the 15th.
You cannot leave today.
No, you're being held on $5,000 and the judge is concerned with his probation. Even if you pay the bond, you might be held on the probation.
When will that be seen?
Your next court hearing is going to be the 17th and the 15th. Your next court hearing is on the 15th and the 17th of April. You should be in contact with an attorney.
Until then?
Yes, that unless post bond. But even then, there's a probation. Bond might not be the best next step.
Yeah, my dog.
Ms. Marsh, your excuse for today.
Excellent.
I don't. Sit down real quick. Let me see what the resolution is. Yeah. Bro. Not that yet. So,
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Maxwell Steven Martinez.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some felony charges for possession of narcotic drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. It also looks like you have a DOC hold for a parole violation warrant. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir, today. I'll review the pretrial services report, the interim complaint, and the state's written recommendation is $2,500. And Mr. Hotchkiss, potentially steps eligible.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, so we would ask that a smart court or a steps court hearing be set, please.
Thank you. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. I was not under the impression that bond was usually set when someone was steps eligible. Is that based on the DOC hold?
I mean, people can be in custody and still be set for a steps hearing.
Okay, so my question is, could he be returned to DOC to deal with that before returning here to do steps? Because otherwise it sounds like he's going to get interrupted in the middle of steps.
Right, I would say no, just because then it turns into a repetitive readying process, or at least that should be something that he should speak with his attorney about between now and that steps court hearing. I would say that we not send him back at this moment.
All right, then I'll recommend $1,000 bond, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Martinez, the state is saying that you may be eligible to participate in a pre-indictment substance abuse diversion program. Would you be interested in being screened for that program?
Yes, ma'am. I need all the help I can get with the drugs.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to set a steps hearing for you April 14th. That's next Monday at 9 a.m. I'll be seeing a Superior Court for that, and you'll find out next Monday if you are eligible for that diversion program. And I'm also going to impose a bond of $1,000 so that they don't just automatically take you to DOC right now. It's going to be cash or secured, at least a pretrial if posted. But so, if you do post that right now, DOC might just take you into their custody because they have that hold. And the preliminary hearing date will still remain at April 17th at 1:30 p.m. since Mr. Martinez is to be held in custody. Conditions of release include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed. All right, you're excused for today, sir. Mr. Martinez, thank you.
Thank you.
Mendenhall?
Oh, please.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Anthony Thomas Mendenhall.
Thank you. Mr. Mendenhall, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on felony charges for aggravated assault, domestic violence, and kidnapping. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you today, sir. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is $20,000. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
We just note the DV strangulation allegations in the context of an intimate partner relationship. Thank you.
Thank you. Counsel?
Yes, I'm under the impression that Mr. Mendenhall does not live with the victim and they have no objection to his release. He has one prior from 2020. Based on that, I would request a $5,000 bond.
Thank you. I do think a bond is appropriate in this matter. I'm going to order a bond of $25,000, cash or secured. Release to pretrial if posted. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, do not commit any acts of domestic violence, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed. Absolutely no contact with the listed victim in this case, Miss Lane Tharp. Absolutely no contact, sir. Do not try to go find her. Don't go to her residence or her work. Your next court date, sir, is going to be April 17th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go forward, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Understand all that, sir?
I had just a couple questions. I've never been here before, so I have a $25,000 bond.
Yeah, that is what the judge thinks is appropriate.
Yeah, it's cash or secured. So
Okay.
if you get a bonds company, you can usually post 10% of it as long as you have collateral, and the bonds company helps you out the rest.
Okay. Thanks. Is that all?
Yep, you're excused for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Brenda Mendez, all that for the section.
Morning, can I get your full name, please?
Brenda Luisa Mendez.
Morning, ma'am. I'm seeing you today for a warrant out of Cochise County Superior Court. The charges for human smuggling, which is a felony matter. And also looks like you have a ICE hold from Immigration and Customs Enforcement hold. So regardless of what I do today, you have that hold there. All right, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. So ma'am, the bond amount out of Cochise County was $5,000. So I'm going to honor that amount. It's going to be cash. All right, and we'll reset this a month, May 7th at 9 a.m. to see if Cochise County will pick you up on the warrant.
Okay, so if they
should come take you. Cochise County should come and pick you up from Pima County.
Okay, and then after that, if I post a bond, ICE will pick me up?
Yes.
Or do they have a days they can pick me up? Or?
Well, Cochise County has till next court date to pick you up. But they usually do within a couple weeks or so, a week or two.
Okay, so my court date is what?
The court date in court is May 7th, but they set it out that far because they expect Cochise to come and get you. So if Cochise comes and gets you and starts proceedings there, they'll just keep continuing the court date in this county.
Any other questions?
Keep it extending it.
So, okay, yes. So my daughter pays my bond in Bisbee. There's no use?
The IC will come pick you up.
ICE will come?
Yeah.
And then I'll have to do both?
Yes, you'll be dealing with ICE and you'll be dealing with the other case.
Okay. So there's no use.
It would be a quick way to get to ICE if that's what you wanted, but you would not be repeated.
Okay. So take this?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you really have a stable resident?
All right, good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Walter Ulises Montoya.
Thank you, Mr. Montoya. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on some felony charges of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, possession of a prohibited weapon during a felony drug offense, manufacturing of a prohibited weapon or possession of a prohibited weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'll appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, Mr. Montoya. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report. The state's written recommendation is $10,000. Mr. Hoskins, anything further to add?
No, Your Honor, nothing further.
Thank you. Counsel?
Your Honor, Mr. Montoya has a stable residence. His last prior is from 2018. I'd recommend a $5,000 bond.
All right. Thank you, counsel. I do think that the $10,000 bond amount is appropriate. That's what I will order. Cash or secure $10,000 released to pretrial if posted. If you do post that, sir, no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, absolutely no firearms, monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial. Mr. Montoya, your next court date is going to be April 17th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. That date may or may not go, so please keep in contact with your attorney. If you fail to appear for court, whether it's that date or a future date, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
So it's pay $10,000 or stay here until court?
Yep. And you'll be able to discuss it further with your attorney.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
On issues. Is it?
Again.
Yeah.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Miguel Angel Peña.
You, Mr. Pena, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on 2 counts of aggravated driving under the influence, which are felonies. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. I'll be appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. Okay, sir, do you have Alfred McDonald? Is that your attorney?
Yes.
Okay, is he hired?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry? All right. Since he hasn't put in a notice yet for this case, I'll appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office for this case. But if he wants to, if you want to hire him for this case too, you can do that. All right, I got to set some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's written recommendation. I did note, I think there was an error in the pretrial services report. It did not note that Mr. Pena has a current felony matter pending in CR 2024-4715 with trial scheduled in June of this year in front of Judge Fell. In light of that, Mr. Hotchkiss, does the state want to request a no bond hearing?
Yes, good catch, Your Honor. Thank you for that. Given the state of his on release status, the state is requesting a no bond hold and a no bond hearing be set. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So, Mr. Pena, what that means is when someone is pending a felony matter and they get arrested in a new felony matter, the state can request a no bond hearing. And at that point, police officer will have to come provide evidence, et cetera, testimony to prove that you should be held without bond. So I'm going to set a no bond hearing on April 11th. That's this Friday at 2:30 p.m. at the Pima County Superior Court on the 3rd floor. And then there'll be a preliminary hearing on April 17th at 1:30 p.m.
Your Honor,
yes.
This is Lisa from pretrial.
Yes.
The 2024-4715 case was dismissed on March 27th.
Oh, I didn't see that. My apologies. I did not see that. Okay. Okay, never mind. Take that back. All right.
Yeah. In light of that, Your Honor, we would just fall back to the $10,000 bond that we recommended on the sheet, and would just note that Mr. Pena not only refused to cooperate with the DUI investigation, but the facts and observations, as noted in the interim complaint, suggest that he was quite impaired. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, anything else you'd like to argue for your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd request a $5,000 bond based on the fact that Mr. Pena has a confirmed residence and his pending charges are set for a trial date.
His pending charges were just dismissed, so I don't believe that he has.
I thought you were talking about the Alfred McDonald case.
Yes, that was my apologies. I saw the minute entry, did not see the order dismissing it after setting the trial.
All right, apologies, Your Honor, but I will continue to request the $5,000.
Thank you. All right. So, Mr. Pena, I'm going to order a bond of $10,000 in this matter, cash and secured, released to pretrial if posted. Do not drive without a valid driver's license if you post it. No drugs, no alcohol, no firearms. Monitoring treatment as directed. No bond hearing scheduled, but the next court date is April 17th at 1:30 for preliminary hearing. You have the public defender appointed on this case, sir, but if you want to hire Mr. McDonald again, you're free to do that. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. You understand all that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're excused for today.
So it's 10% on bail, right?
Yeah, and collateral for a bail bondsman.
Okay. Thank you. Eric Flynn, sir.
You're just going to decide if you're going to be held on a bond or released on your own recognizance.
Okay.
And they're going to set another court date.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Derek Anthony Smith, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today on a new felony charge for disorderly conduct with a weapon, 2 counts, and also some misdemeanor charges out of Tucson City Court for criminal damage and criminal damage domestic violence, 2 counts. Let's talk about the felonies first, and then we'll talk about the misdemeanors. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you can afford one may be appointed for you. I'll be sending some release conditions for you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
For the felony case, I have reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's written recommendation looks to be $5,500. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further to add?
Your Honor, we would just ask that if he is released, that he be admonished not to possess any weapons, of course, and not to consume any drugs or alcohol.
Okay, understood.
Thank you. I'm not seeing you on this, Mr. Smith, but looks like you are currently pending a justice court domestic violence case as well. That's still ongoing. Okay. All right, counsel?
Mr. Smith is under the impression that that was recently dismissed. I'll also say that he is currently employed and has a residence separate from the victim in this case. I believe release on recognizance would be appropriate, especially considering his last prior was over a decade old. So they can share more. I'll talk about the details of the case and unless you're along with your charge. Okay.
I am concerned about whether or not it was dismissed or not, of the fact that it was pending close in time to these matters, and these are both domestic violence matters, so I do think a bond is appropriate. On the felony matter, I'm going to order a bond of $5,000, cash or secured, release to pretrial if posted. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring treatment as directed, no contact with the alleged victims whatsoever, do not go to the victim's residence or their work, don't try to find them. Next court date for the felony matter, sir, will be April 17th at 1:30 p.m. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Just make sure you keep in contact with the attorney because that date may or may not go. And for your Tucson City Court case, sir, I'm going to appoint the Tucson City Public Defender's Office to represent you, but I will release you on that one on your own recognizance, on your own promise to appear.
Yes.
No contact with the alleged victims. Don't try to go find them or anything. Don't go to their house.
Your Honor, did you assign an attorney in the felony case?
Yes, the Public Defender's Office.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the city court case, sir, I'm releasing you on your own promise to appear for the next court date, which will be June 6th at 9 a.m. If you're still in custody on the felony matter, you'll get seen by video. If not, it's up to you to make sure you show up to court in Tucson City Court in June. All right. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. Trial can go without you. If you're convicted at a trial in your absence and not able to be sentenced within 90 days due to warrant status, you may lose your right to a direct appeal. So it's in your best interest to show up to court, okay? You understand all that, sir?
Yes, ma'am. I'll show up to court, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you. And it's also the time set for your arraignment on the city court matter, so I'll enter not guilty pleas on your behalf. All right, sir, you're excused for today. Thank you.
No, you're already held on $5,000. You're being released on the misdemeanor one, so you're not being held on that. So if you post this, you will be released, but until you post this, you will be held.
So in June, so this is.
That is when your preliminary, that's your next court hearing, right?
Okay.
You can discuss it with your attorney, personally.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Morning, sir. Can I get your full name, please?
Lee Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. This is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you today out of a post-indictment case out of Pima County Superior Court, CR 2023-1793. The felony charges are for theft and burglary in the third degree, alleged to have occurred December of 22, and then burglary in the third degree, possession of weapon by possessor, 5 counts, possession of dangerous drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia. These are alleged to have occurred January 2023. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. And in this case, sir, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll be setting some release conditions for you, sir. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the state's written recommendation, and the interim complaint. It's like the state's recommendation is $10,000 per the grand jury warrant. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further you'd like to add?
Your Honor, just note the fact that Mr. Smith acknowledges that he knew about the warrant in the case. This does appear to be a willful failure to appear. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Counsel?
Your Honor, I'll request a $5,000 bond.
Sir, did you know about the warrant in this case?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay, and you didn't take care of it?
Your Honor, it come to the house and I was at work, and I never went home afterwards. But I never left the city, I never left the state, and all plans on taking care of this when this happened right now.
Are you working right now?
I was supposed to start a new job today, this morning.
Doing what?
Running a motor grader. Blade, heavy equipment. Been doing it for 30 years, ma'am.
Okay. And you live at the Ina Road address?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. I'm going to release you to pretrial services. You're going to release today. I want you to keep your job. Okay, that's important.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. All right. Conditions include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms whatsoever. Monitoring your treatment as directed, sir. No contact with any of the alleged victims. If they're businesses, don't go there. Your next court date's actually be next Monday at 1:30 p.m. You'll see me in Superior Court on the 3rd floor for your arraignment. Okay? I'm going to remember this. So you show up next Monday. If you don't show up, I'm going to warrant. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Your excuse for today.
Thank you, ma'am. I guess I like to hear.
Morning. Can I get your full name, please?
Tapia.
Middle name, Adelia?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Tapia, this is the time set for your initial appearance. I'm seeing you on felony charges for possession of dangerous drugs for sale, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, organized retail theft, and drugs paraphernalia. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you. You have the right to hire your own attorney. In certain instances, if you cannot afford one may be appointed for you. In this case, I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, ma'am. I got to set some release conditions. I've reviewed the pretrial services report, the interim complaint. The state's written recommendation is released to pretrial. Mr. Hotchkiss, anything further?
This was a close one for me, for what that's worth. Basically, we're okay with pretrial services release as long as she's admonished not to go back to the incident location. The usual terms and conditions: not consume any drugs or alcohol, and have no contact with the victim. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Counsel?
We do not object to release to pretrial services, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, I will release Ms. Tapia to pretrial services, ma'am. You're getting out today. Conditions do include no drugs, no alcohol, no firearms, monitoring and treatment as directed, no contact with any of the alleged victims, the businesses. Don't go back there. Don't go back to the incident locations. Keep in contact with your attorney. Your next court date, ma'am, will be April 28th at 1:30 p.m. for a preliminary hearing. You'll get a sheet of paper when you get released as well today with the date and time and all that. If you fail to appear for court, a warrant can issue for your arrest. And that date may or may not go, so just please keep in contact with your attorney. Whether it's that date or a future court date, warrant can issue. You understand all that, Ms. Tapia?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Your excuse for today.
You're going to get more paperwork, and you can call this for a more specific number for your attorney, and they also might get in touch with you.
But when I say, yeah.
I think that was all for today.
I believe so, Your Honor.
No, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ms.
have a nice day.
do love it right there. All right, good afternoon. I am Commissioner Campbell, and this is the 2 p.m. initial appearance calendar for April 7th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints that were given on the first calendar of this month shall apply to all matters on this calendar. Persons appearing before this court are reminded that anything they say can be used against them. Most of you have qualified for a court-appointed attorney. If you have not, or even if you have, you may retain an attorney at your own expense to represent you. I will be calling you up one at a time for your case. Once your case is concluded, I will be asking that you step to the left and get your paperwork, which will detail my written orders in your case. We are going to start with Michael Plumley, and then we're going to go to Frenchie Lonnie, please.
Hi, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Plumley, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Michael Ryan Plumley.
All right, Mr. Plumley, what is your date of birth?
01/02/1998.
Thank you. And Mr. Plumley, you are here today following your arrest yesterday on charges of burglary in the second degree, a Class 3 felony, aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony, criminal damage, a Class 6 felony, and indecent exposure, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. You were also arrested on charges of dangerous drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I did not find probable cause for you on those violations. That does not mean that those violations are dismissed and charges may ultimately be brought on those. I just didn't find probable cause for those two violations based upon the limited information I had in front of me. I did, as I mentioned, find probable cause for other violations, including felony violations. I am appointing you an attorney today, and I am setting hearings in your case on April 14th at 8:30 and April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $75,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will be subject to pretrial supervision to include drug and alcohol testing as well as ankle monitoring. You may not return to the scene of the alleged crime or have contact with any of the alleged victims. Go ahead, Oaks, and I forgot about your second matter. You are also here because you have, hold on, give me a second.
I was also going to get my own lawyer as well.
Okay, you can do that. You are also here because the allegations in your new case, if true, would also constitute a violation of your probation in your case CR 2023-146-824. On that probation violation case, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your probation violation matter in the amount of $500. In the event that you are able to post your bonds and secure your release, you will be subject to certain conditions, which I discussed previously, but you will also need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Frenchie Lonnie and then Damian Garcia, please. Good afternoon. Mr. Lonnie, please state your name for the record.
First Lonnie,
And Mr. Lonnie, what is your date of birth?
1780.
Thank you. And you are here following your arrest earlier today on 2 charges. The first is unlawful flight from law enforcement, a class 4 felony, and the second one is possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case, the first on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this matter in the amount of $15,000. You go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Damian Garcia and then Austin Johnson, please. Mr. Garcia, will you please go ahead and state your name for the record?
Damian Garcia,
And Mr. Garcia, what is your date of birth?
March 3rd, 1978.
Thank you. And you are here following your arrest yesterday for resisting arrest, class 6 felony, and refusing to provide your true name, a class 2 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for those, and I am setting hearings in your case on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, and April 16th also in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting let me back up. I'm sorry. For purposes of, well, based upon the information you provided, I am finding for purposes of appointing you an attorney that you are not indigent. That means that you are still able to obtain an attorney at your own expense. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $15,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will be subject to pretrial services to include ankle monitoring. So you'll go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Austin Johnson, please. And then Ricky Gonzalez. Mr. Johnson, will you please go ahead and state your name for the record?
Austin Johnson,
And Mr. Johnson, what is your date of birth?
10/11 of 93.
Thank you. And you are here following your arrest yesterday on charges of possession of a weapon in a drug offense, a class 4 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony, false report to law enforcement, a class 1 misdemeanor, and driving with a suspended or revoked license, a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case. The first is on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one is on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your matter in the amount of $10,000. In the event that you are able to post that bond, you will need to contact your probation officer within 24 hours. So go ahead, step to the left. Officer has paperwork for you. All right, Ricky Gonzalez, please, and then Saeed Hassan. Good afternoon. Mr. Gonzalez, please state your name for the record.
Ricky Gonzalez,
And Mr. Gonzalez, what is your date of birth?
5582.
Thank you. And Mr. Gonzalez, you are here based upon your arrest earlier today for possession of dangerous drugs for sale, a class 2 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I am finding probable cause for all of those violations, and I am appointing you an attorney. I am setting 2 hearings in your case, the first for April 14th at 8:30 in the morning, and the second one for April 16th at 8:30 in the morning, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this new case in the amount of $10,000. Now, you also have, you're also here because the new allegations, if true, would constitute a violation of your probation in your CR 2020-105703 case. In that probation violation matter, I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in that matter in the amount of $250. And hold on just a second, let me make sure I got that right. Yep. $250. So you would need to post, in order to secure your release, you would need to post both the $10,000 secured appearance bond and this $250 secured appearance bond in your probation case. In the event you are able to do that and secure your release, you will need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Saeed Hassan, please. Good afternoon, Mr. Hassan. Will you please state your name for the record?
Yeah, good afternoon. Saeed Hassan, 010165.
Okay, and Mr. Hassan, you are here because you were arrested earlier today on two charges. The first one is threatening and intimidating, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for that. The second charge you were arrested on is aggravated DUI, third DUI within 7 years. Because you have had, there were allegations that you were driving under the influence at the time, but this was not, by my count, your third DUI within 7 years. I am not finding probable cause for that DUI offense. That does not mean that it's dismissed. It just means that based on the limited information I have in front of me today, that I'm not finding probable cause. You may still be charged for that DUI violation or for a DUI violation. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting two hearings in your case, the first for April 14th at 8:30 and the second one for April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in your case in the amount of $500. And in the event that you are able to post that bond, I am also requiring that you participate in pretrial services. So if you will go ahead and step to the left, officer has your paperwork for you. Adriana Victorian, please. Ms. Victorian, will you please state your name for the record?
Ariana Victorian.
And Ms. Victorian, what is your date of birth?
1/14/99.
Thank you. And Ms. Victorian, you are here today on because you were picked up on two warrants for probation violations. The first is in CR 2023-158096. And the second is in CR 2024-109929. I am appointing you an attorney in both of those cases and setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both cases, I am setting a secure appearance bond in the amount of $300. In the event that you are able to post that bond or those bonds, which would be $600 total, making sure, checking my math, hold on. Then you, and secure your release, you would need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork for you. Hector Ramirez, please, and then Corey Conley. All right, Mr. Ramirez, will you please state your name for the record?
Hector Sanchez Ramirez.
And Mr. Ramirez, what is your date of birth?
June 3rd, 1990.
Thank you. And Mr. Ramirez, you're here on three matters today. You have two probation violation matters and then, what I think are probation violation matters. Hold on. No, you're here on your new case. There's a warrant out of the Superior Court on a direct complaint, and then there is a probation violation matter. So let's start with your new case, and then we'll talk about your other two, okay?
Yes.
So with regard to your new case, you were arrested yesterday on charges of criminal damage, a Class 5 felony, DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor, failure to stay at the scene of an accident, a Class 1 misdemeanor, extreme DUI, a Class 1 misdemeanor, and DUI, liquor, drugs, vapor combination, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for all of those. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case. The first one, and then this is the new case, on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one on April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the new case in the amount of $500. Now, you are also here today because you have a arrest warrant out from the Superior Court on a direct complaint.
What does that mean?
It means that the Superior Court has issued a complaint that on August 19th, 2024, you were in possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, and they issued an arrest warrant for you on that.
What date was that again?
August 19th, 2024. So based upon that warrant, that direct complaint warrant case, I am also appointing you an attorney in that case, and I'm setting 2 hearings in that case. First on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one on April 16th at 8:30. Again, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In the direct complaint case, I am setting a bond, about a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. Finally, you are also here on a probation violation matter in your case CR 2023-125-451 case. I am appointing you an attorney in that case, and I am setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the probation violation matter in the amount of $500. That means all combined for all 3 cases, you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. No drugs, no alcohol, no driving without a valid driver's license. Go ahead, step to the left, officer has your paperwork for you. Corey Conley, please, and then Daniel Galindo.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hi. Mr. Conley, will you go ahead and state your name for the record?
Corey Conley.
And Mr. Conley, which date of birth?
4990.
Thank you. And you are here on a arrest warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court on a direct complaint alleging that on May 12, 2024, you possessed or used narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and that you possessed or used drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I am appointing you an attorney in that matter, and I'm setting hearings on hold on, I think I got you. Give me just a second. I'm setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 and April 16th at 8:30. Give me just a second. I'm sorry. I apologize. Give me just a second.
Yeah.
I'm going to change this one. Mr. Conley, are you working right now?
I haven't worked in a while.
Okay.
My father just passed. I've been trying to do with his, he left the house, the cars, everything right over there. I've been trying to do it all by myself, and it's killing. It's really.
All right. Hold on. I think I know more now. Let me just... All right. Let's do this again, Mr. Conley. All right. So, all right, I had another look at that warrant, yeah, I did. I had another look at that warrant. Okay. Your hearings are now actually going to be set for April 22nd at 8:30 and April 24th at 8:30. Will you go to those hearings?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance, but pursuant to supervised release. Okay. Oops, I need to fix it one more time because I still have him showing as being on probation. I'm sorry. Let me get rid of that.
Okay, April 22nd.
Give me a second because apparently, I'm so sorry, Trina. Yeah, that information will be on your paperwork, and which should now be not indicated. You're not on probation, right?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Yes, you will need to register with pretrial services. That information will be on your paperwork, which should be forthcoming. So if you go ahead, step to the left, you might need to wait for it just a second. And thank you for that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Daniel Galindo and then Thomas Phillips, please. Mr. Galindo, will you please state your name for the record?
Daniel Frank Galindo.
Thanks. And Mr. Galindo, what is your date of birth?
11/02/87.
All right, and you are here today because the Superior Court issued a warrant for allegations of a probation violation in your 2023 1252703 case. And I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in the morning at the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this case in the amount of $50. If you do post that bond, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer has your paperwork for you. Thomas Phillips, and then Preston Cook, please. Hi, Mr. Phillips, will you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
Thomas Victor Phillips,
And Mr. Phillips, what's your date of birth?
December 9th, 1996.
Thank you. And you are here on two warrants today. You are here on a warrant out of the San Tan Justice Court for a violation of a promise to appear. In that matter, I am, for purposes of this hearing, I am finding that for the purposes of appointing you an attorney, I am finding that you are indigent and appointing an attorney for you today. I am setting a hearing on April 9th at 8:30 in the San Tan Justice Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in the Justice Court matter in the amount of $250. Now, you are also here, Mr. Phillips, on a arrest warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court on a direct complaint for the offense date of February 22nd, 2024, for possession or use of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession or use of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession or use of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. In the Maricopa County Superior Court case, I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 and April 16th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond in the Maricopa County case in the amount of $250. So that's a total of $500 in secured appearance bond. Okay. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, you need to go to your hearings, okay? Go ahead, step to the left, get your paperwork.
Thank you.
All right, Preston Cook, please. And then Joshua Hudson. All right, Mr. Cook, will you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
Preston Cook.
Mr. Cook, what is your date of birth?
12/5/2000.
All right, and you are here today sir, on 2 arrest warrants of the Maricopa County Superior Court for failure to appear. Because you have already, and in your matter CR 2023-132926 and CR 2022-112464, you have been already appointed an attorney in both of those cases, so I'm not appointing you an attorney, or you should have been appointed an attorney in both of those cases, so I'm not appointing you an attorney here today. I am setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in both cases in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in both cases in the amount of $500. So that is a total secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you post the bond, please make sure to go to your hearings. Go ahead, step to the left, get your paperwork. Joshua Hudson and then Timothy Huntley. All right, Mr. Hudson, you go ahead and state your name for the record, please.
Josh Hudson,
All right, Mr. Hudson, what is your date of birth?
8/15/85.
Thank you. And Mr. Hudson, you are here today on 2 warrants for probation violations out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. In your cases, CR 2022-12017 and CR 2023-11554. I am appointing you an attorney in both cases and setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In both cases, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. That means you have a total secured appearance bond for both cases in the amount of $1,000. In the event you are able to post that bond, you need to contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. Go ahead, step to the left, get your paperwork. Timothy Huntley and then Amy Anderson. Mr. Huntley, will you go ahead and state your name for the record?
Timothy Shea Huntley,
And Mr. Huntley, what is your date of birth?
11/06/1963.
Thank you. And Mr. Huntley, you are here today on a failure to appear warrant out of the Maricopa County Superior Court. Because this is a failure to appear, an attorney should, if you are eligible for an attorney, should have already been appointed for you. I am setting a hearing on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. I am setting a secured appearance bond in this matter in the amount of $500. In the event that you are able to post that bond and secure your release, go to your court hearing. Go ahead, step left, get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Amy Henderson, please. Ms. Henderson, will you please state your name for the record?
Amy Henderson.
And Ms. Henderson, what is your date of birth?
2998.
Thank you. And you are here on a arrest warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court for failure to appear in the second degree. That means you failed to appear at least one time before that court. I am appointing you an attorney today, and I'm setting a hearing on April 10th at 8:30 in the West Mesa Justice Court. I'm setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $500. So if you go ahead and post that, you're able to secure your release. Make sure you go to hearings, okay? Go ahead, step left, get your paperwork. Jonathan Walker and then Lillian Clay. All right, Mr. Walker, will you please state your name for the record?
Jonathan Walker,
And Mr. Walker, what is your date of birth?
8/23/96.
Thank you. And you are here on a case, following your arrest earlier today for theft, Class 1 misdemeanor, and criminal trespass in the third degree, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause for both of those. I am appointing you an attorney. And I am setting you a hearing on April 23rd at 1 p.m. Will you go to that hearing?
Yes.
All right. Then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. You go ahead, step to the left. Officer will have your paperwork for you. Lillian Clay and then Stephen Allen Jr. Good afternoon, Ms. Clay. Will you please state your name for the record?
Lillian Clay,
And Ms. Clay, what is your date of birth?
May 19th, 1998.
All right, and you are here today because Maricopa County issued an arrest warrant for you on a direct complaint for an incident that happened on March 7th, 2024. Criminal trespass in the first degree, a class 6 felony, and and a second criminal damage allegation or charge, a class 2 misdemeanor. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings in your case on April 22nd at 8:30 and April 24th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those hearings, Ms.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then I'm going to release you today to supervised release, which means you have to sign up with pretrial services.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead, steps left, officer has your paperwork for you. All right, Stephen Allen and Kathy Gale. And Mr. Allen, will you please state your name for the record?
Stephen Allen Jr.,
And Mr. Allen, what is your date of birth?
July 23rd, 2005.
All right. And Mr. Allen, you are here today because you were arrested yesterday for vapor-related substance use, a class 5. I am finding probable cause for both of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I am setting hearings on April 22nd at 8:30 and April 24th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. Will you go to those hearings?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to release you today on your own recognizance. Go ahead, step to the left. Officer, I'll have your paperwork for you.
Could you answer some questions?
I am appointing you an attorney, and that attorney is probably the best person to answer your questions, okay? Go ahead, step to the left.
Thank you.
Kathy Gale, please. Hi, Ms. Gale. Will you go ahead and state your name for the record, please?
Kathy Ann Gale,
And Ms. Gale, what's your date of birth?
2/12/61.
All right, and you are here because you were arrested earlier today for possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. I reviewed the Form 4. Based upon the limited information provided to me, I did not find probable cause for those. That does not mean that your case is dismissed and charges may still be filed against you. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting hearings on your case on April 22nd at 8:30 and April 24th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. So if you go ahead, ma'am, step to the left, officer will have your paperwork for you.
Thank you.
And well, the other officer's coming back with the other one.
Okay.
So once he comes, we're gonna take this off.
Okay.
We'll get to them others.
So I'm just going to hang out and wait, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I need to read his number 12. I just reread the. Or I will need to wait. That went fast today. Well, we shouldn't speak too soon, right?
Yeah, it was good. It was fast. Yeah. You're referring to the last one. Huh? The last one, Espinosa, his probation.
Oh, it was reprinted? Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. It was my bad. Good afternoon. Mr. Espinoza, will you please state your name for the record?
Michael Anthony Espinosa,
And Mr. Espinoza, what is your date of birth?
12/21/89.
Thank you. And Mr. Espinoza, you are here today following your arrest yesterday on charges of first-degree murder, a Class 1 felony, and aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Did find probable cause for both of those violations. I am appointing you an attorney, and I'm setting 2 hearings in your case. The first one is on April 14th at 8:30, and the second one is on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. In your new matter, I am setting a cash-only appearance bond in the amount of $1 million. In the event you are able to post that bond, you will be required to participate in pre-trial supervision to include alcohol and drug testing and electronic monitoring. You are also here because the Maricopa County Superior Court has issued a warrant for your arrest for probation violations in your case CR 2021-104815. I am also appointing you an attorney in that case and setting hearings on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Maricopa County Superior Court. On your probation violation case, I am setting a secured appearance bond in the amount of $750. However, that does not mean that your $1 million cash bond, your $1 million cash bond is also in place on the new charges. So with that, sir, go ahead, step the left. Officers will have your paperwork for you. With that, we have no house calls today, so we will stand adjourned until the 5 p.m. calendar. Thank you.
He'll be coming in shortly.
All right.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening. This is the time for the 5 p.m. calendar in the initial appearance court on April 7th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's go ahead and get started with Clay Price to the podium. And Azim Floyd to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Claimant God for Praise, April 18th, 2001.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 14th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. Because you were on felony release on another case when these new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you non-bondable today. So I am setting an evidentiary hearing on April 14th at 1:30 p.m. Speak with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at that point in time. We're also here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving dangerous drug possession, burglary, and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you on that case and set a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. as well. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant in that case. It's a $1,000 secured bond, but don't post that bond because you're being held non-bondable in your new matter. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I was told I was going to be released to pretrial services.
I'm unsure who told you that, but that's not the case today.
It's kind of ridiculous. I feel like I'm being held, honestly, either by one of my old managers or,
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left. Talk with your attorney about your concerns. Azim Floyd to the podium. And Sali Abdallah to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Azim Floyd, August 22nd, 2002.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 14th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. It's a $2,500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. The number for probation will be in your paperwork. All that information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your papers to your left and then take a seat. Sali Abdallah to the podium and Juan Munguia to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Sali Abdallah, 1995.
What's your month and date of birth?
1/1/1985.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court family warrant. It is a warrant for the failure to pay child support. I am setting a return hearing in the downtown Superior Court on April 15th at 10 a.m. I am going to affirm the cash purge that was in the warrant. That means that entire amount does need to be paid for you to be released. That's in the amount of $1,432. As soon as that amount is paid, you can be released. Otherwise, you will stay in custody until at least your next hearing. That's on the 15th of April. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
What did you say? I'm not understanding.
I'm sorry?
What did you say? I'm going to pay what?
$1,432.
That's today, or?
That's in order to be released. So as soon as that is paid, you can be released.
1,400?
1,432. Okay? All that information is going to be in your paperwork to your left. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat. Juan Munguia to the podium and Giovanni Clark to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Juan Carlos Munguia, June 7th, 1987.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 1 count of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I'm setting a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,000 today. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Giovanni Clark to the podium and Joshua Ruff to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Giovanni Clark, December 1st, 1997.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different cases. The first is a Justice Court warrant out of the Dreamy Draw Justice Court. It is for a case involving contractor acting without a license, which is a misdemeanor allegation. We're also here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the North Mesa Justice Court for assault, Class 1 misdemeanor. And then finally, a warrant out of the East Mesa Justice Court for a case involving extreme DUI, Class 1 misdemeanor. All of these cases are failure to pay or abide by whatever your ruling was at sentencing in these 3 cases. I am going to appoint you an attorney on all 3 matters. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court on April 10th. That's at 8:30 a.m. on the first and second cases. And then I'm setting a hearing in the Dreamy Draw Justice Court on April 10th at 1 p.m. in the North Mesa Sorry, 1 second here. I apologize. So all 3 cases are actually in different court hearings. One is in the East Mesa Court, one's the North Mesa Court, and then one's in Dreamy Draw. I'm going to set an arraignment hearing in Dreamy Draw on April 10th at 8:30. I'm setting a arraignment hearing in North Mesa Justice Court on April 10th at 1 p.m. And then an arraignment hearing in the East Mesa Justice Court on April 10th at 8:30 a.m. So your Dreamy Draw case and your East Mesa case are set at the same day and time. I don't have the ability to change those times and dates, so you'll have to call one or the other one and see if it can be moved. I am appointing you an attorney to address the bond issue on all 3 cases, so talk with your attorney about that as well. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each case. Now, I'm setting a bond on these because it looks like you've had multiple failure to pay warrants on these cases.
Well,
I'm not setting the full amount that the Justice Court is requesting. The various Justice Courts are requesting several $1,000s. I'm only going to set a $750 total bond today. But you really do need to get into court to address these. If you're unable to pay the $750, then you will remain in custody and they will transport you to your hearings. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that and take a seat. Joshua Ruff to the podium. And Bailey Hudgens to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
September 20th, 1982. Joshua Ruff.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different family court warrants for the failure to pay child support. I am setting a hearing in the Downtown Superior Court on both matters on April 15th at 10 a.m. Hold on 1 second. Mr. Clark, I understand that you're frustrated. But yelling and throwing a tantrum in the gallery is not how we act in court. So please refrain from doing that. The officers will take you into a holding cell if they feel they need to. I don't think it's necessary at this point. Please remain calm. Sorry about that, sir. We are here today on two of the family court cases. I am going to set a hearing on both matters on April 15th at 10 a.m. That's in the Downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the cash purge in both warrants. That's an amount that you have to pay in order to be released. It's a $200 cash purge on the first case and then a $400 cash purge on the second. So it's $600 total. That whole amount does need to be paid prior to you being released. If you're unable to pay that amount, you will remain in custody until your hearing on the 15th. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Can I request the DNA?
On your family court case?
Yes.
That would be something your next judge has to address. I can't do anything about that today.
You can't mark a note for the next judge to look at it?
I can't do that. You're going to have to request that officially.
You have a good one.
You as well. Bailey Hudgens to the podium and Jason Graham to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Bailey Hudgens, 8/20/99.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving drug paraphernalia, and the second is a failure to appear bench warrant involving a case involving another instance of drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in both of these cases. I'm setting a non-witness violation hearing on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. in the Downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond, the warrant. That's a $250 bond on each case. So $500 total. If you do post bond, you'll have the same release conditions on both matters. I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Jason Graham to the podium and Adriana Ulabari to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jason Jr. Graham, June 10th, 1998.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for violating term 3 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 14th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Where did they pay? Where was it?
Karina, I think he's on the 11 right now, but did you want to see him on that page too, or did you want to just?
I think, officer, did you already take Clay Price out of the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's just put him on 8.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll recall him 8. Adriana Ulibarri to the podium, and Jenny French to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Adriana Ulibarri, 6297.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 1 and 7 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 14th at 8:30 a.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. That's a $500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork and take a seat. Jenny French to the podium, and Christine Richards to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jenny French, January 6, 1967.
Thank you. We are here today on an out-of-county warrant of the Apache Junction Justice Court. It is a case involving driving under the influence allegation, which is a misdemeanor. Because it's a post-adjudication warrant, you're not entitled to court-appointed counsel, but you can hire one at your own expense if you choose. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Apache County Superior Court. That should be Apache Junction Superior Court. That's going to be on April 10th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you're going to appear at your next court date. Once you're released, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, the one called the cops on me today. She doesn't live in my house. She lives in my casita. And,
So not to cut you off, it's not about any new charges. You're not here on new allegations. There was a warrant for your arrest. That's why they brought you into custody, okay? So I'm only setting another court date for you. Make sure you go to that court hearing, okay?
Absolutely. I called up Friday to find out what I had to do because I was going to
Gotcha. Now you have a hearing, so just make sure you go to that hearing, okay? Go ahead. So they'll talk to you about your options when you go through processing, okay? Go ahead and grab your paperwork and have a seat.
The officer says, I call it.
Can you double check to make sure that that's correct in the right court? Because it says Apache County online. Can you just make sure it's Apache Junction?
Just speak to prosecutor, not right, so I can hear it.
Because Apache County Superior Court is very different. Right, but what I'm saying is the hearing is listed, the destination court is listed as Apache County Superior Court. Yeah. Do I need to change anything?
No, I did.
Okay. I amended it. Officer, we'll have to give her a different set of papers. Her destination court was wrong on ours. So. Yeah, so we're going to reprint it in just a second, but we'll have to make sure to swap those out. And then do we have Christine Richards at the podium?
Yes.
And is your date of birth December 25th, 1956?
Yes.
All right, we are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on April 22nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 24th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. So you're going to get an envelope as you leave court today that has details on pretrial release. Make sure you read through that. I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, they're gonna have you say, they'll take you back to the gallery, they'll give you your paperwork shortly, okay?
Okay, thank you.
We'll get on that one.
Okay.
And then we'll have Joseph Vaughn to the podium and Antonio Terra to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Joe Vaughn, 10-10-83.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 3 counts of trafficking stolen property, Class 2 felonies, 1 count of theft, control of stolen property, Class 2 felony, and 2 counts of theft, control of stolen property, Class 6 felonies. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. These are for incidents dated in various times in 2023. I am going to set a status conference on April 22nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 24th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to get an envelope as you leave court today that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Well, the paperwork will say all the charges.
So the paperwork has a list of your charges.
I'm just confused.
Understandable. So the paperwork will have a list of your charges on there. I'm also appointing you an attorney. So your attorney can give you a complete copy of everything, including the complaint that was filed that has more detail on it than what your paperwork today does. Okay. But it's all from offenses, it looks like, in January of 2023 and then May and June of 2023. So it's a little bit ago, but all that information will be in your paperwork. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take it. Antonio Terra to the podium and Jesus Jimenez to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Antonio Terra, 12-8-86.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the Arrowhead Justice Court. It's for a case involving 3 different counts of DUIs. 2 of them are regular DUIs and then 1 extreme DUI, all Class 1 misdemeanors. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Arrowhead Justice Court on April 22nd at 2 p.m. I will release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. I'm also going to order that as a part of your release that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Jesus Jimenez to the podium and Matthew Barba to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jesus David Jimenez. 5981.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug violation, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, and dangerous drug possession, Class 6 felony. It should be Class 4 felony. Give me 1 second here. Thank you. All right, you should be good. So it's dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony. So 1 Class 6 and 2 Class 4s. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on April 22nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 24th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise that you're going to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that should be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I was planning on going to rehab tomorrow or Wednesday. Is that going to be a problem?
So you should still be able to go to rehab as long as they're able to make sure that you're at your next hearing. Some rehabilitation facilities are locked down, meaning you can't leave. You have to go to your hearing on the 22nd or else a warrant will be issued for your arrest. So make sure that you at least clear that with them before you go. But if you think that a drug rehabilitation program is going to be helpful to you, I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any other questions?
It's just I'm just hoping I don't get jeopardized in case I can't make it if I'm in rehab.
Yeah, so all the information you're gonna need is in that paperwork, including contact information for your attorney. So bring that with you to rehab to hang on to all of that, and contact your attorney if it's gonna be a problem that you can't go to court. Okay. Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Matthew Barba to the podium, and Michael Gaines to the chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Matthew Barba, 9987.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court warrant out of the Goodyear Municipal Court. It's for a case involving extreme DUI, which is a misdemeanor allegation. I'm not appointing you an attorney today because it's a misdemeanor allegation, but you do have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense if you choose. I am going to set an arraignment hearing in the Goodyear Municipal Court on April 23rd at 1 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. It does appear that this is a post-adjudication warrant, so it means that probably either some fee wasn't paid or some classes weren't attended. So I'm just going to set a hearing for you. Feel free to contact the Goodyear Municipal Court if you can get that ironed out before your hearing. That's great, but make sure you don't miss that hearing. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. Yes, sir. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Michael Gaines to the podium. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Quinn Gaines Jr., Denver, the 7-398.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant. You were charged with 1 count of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, 1 count of driving under the influence of liquor, drugs, or vapor, Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of DUI, drug metabolite in your system, Class 1 misdemeanor. And that's from an incident in March of 2025. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in this case. I am setting a status conference on April 22nd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 24th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. It means you're going to get an envelope as you leave court today that has details on pretrial release. Make sure that you read through that. As a part of your release, I'm also going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. It is likely that your license has been suspended as a result of these allegations, so make sure you check with the DMV before you get behind the wheel.
Yeah, I'm driving.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So this is about, I thought I was here for today because of a warrant, because I missed a court date for like 2 weeks ago.
Let me take a look.
Okay, so I went to the downtown court today because I had a court date for an arrest I had in August. And after I did my fingerprinting, they pulled me aside and had a warrant because I missed a court date that I didn't know I had.
Let me take a look.
So there's a handful of arrests that we've got to deal with. I'm very confused.
You're the last one on the calendar, so don't worry about that.
Perfect.
So I do show here that it looks like that there was initial appearance in front of the EDC judge earlier today. Were you able to go to that hearing?
No, I never made it there. I didn't make it past fingerprinting.
Gotcha. So there was a hearing. Likely a warrant has been issued in that case if you did miss that hearing this morning. I don't see it as of right now in the system, so that it's possible that they could have rescheduled that. I don't know because it's so quick. It just happened. It looks like about not even 12 hours ago. So we're here today on this case. This is a separate case than where you had court earlier today. This case were allegations that happened in March of 2025. I think your EDC case was a different matter that you had a hearing this morning on. So as of right now, there's not an active warrant on that case because that hearing was just this morning. So we're just here on the allegations from March of 2025.
Okay, so this is all...
Let me break it down. So you had 2 open felony cases.
Yes.
You had the one that I just went over with you. That's the allegations from March.
The other one was August something.
Let me take a look.
The paperwork that's in my bag and everything that they have is for an arrest that happened in August of 2024. And I got arrested.
Yeah, that's a case for narcotic drug possession and drug paraphernalia, right? That's your other case that we're not here.
I know. So that's what I was going to court for today.
That was the one that
I got picked up on a warrant from my arrest on June 2nd. because there was court on March 28th.
I only show that you have two cases, the one that I just went over with you, and then the possession case.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we're only,
you're only in front of me today though on the case that was out of March of 2025.
So I didn't get arrested in March of 2025. It was was it the 28th?
Yes.
That's what they said my court date was for my June 2nd arrest. So that's when they issued the...
Okay, it's in here incorrectly. So the warrant was dated March 28th, 2025. The offense date was June of 20.
June 2nd of 2020.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
We're on the same page.
Makes so much more sense. I'm like,
No, I apologize. In our system, the warrant date got listed as the offense date. So I apologize.
I was trying to argue. I was just like, wait,
Yeah.
I've been very confused. It's been a very confusing day. I went to court today because I got a summons. And
so what I would suggest doing, I'm releasing you on this today. You're going to have a next court date set on the 22nd. Because there was that hearing this morning that you likely missed, is what I'm sounding like. Contact your attorney about that just to make sure your attorney is aware of why you missed it. Being in court or being in the jail on these charges is good cause to miss that hearing. Okay?
Yeah, so the deputy that arrested me, running the custody, he said he went to the courtroom or to upstairs and talked to the judge and told him that.
Okay, that very well may be the case. I don't see anything on the docket though.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, contact your attorney about that.
I don't have one.
You'll have information in your...
Okay, perfect.
Any other questions?
No, not that I can think of.
Grab your paperwork and have a seat.
Perfect, thank you. You have a fantastic day.
You as well. And then I did receive notification from Maricopa County Sheriff's Office that number 24 and 15 were both listed as combative. I will find their danger to themselves or others if they were brought to court, so I'll conduct their initial appearance at their cell. For number 24, Lydia Granada, we're here today on the Superior Court new case, arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, narcotic drug possession, drug paraphernalia, and resisting arrest. A Class 4, a Class 4, a Class 6, and a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint an attorney, set a status conference on April 14th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on April 16th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. And I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $50 as a placeholder. It does appear that she has a holdout of Gilbert, so I'm setting up a bond as a placeholder in that case. For number 15, David Garcia, we're here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7. I'll appoint an attorney, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on April 14th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $500. I will review each of these individuals' release conditions with them at their cell and provide them with a written copy. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I will do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 5 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 8 p.m.